How many people do you think have ever lived on Earth? I'll give you a clue here. I'm not talking about prehistoric creatures who went around on their knuckles, grunting. I'm talking about groovy people, like us, with attractive profiles. How many people do you think have ever lived? 30 people. There's 400 in here. Where have you been? Wait outside, I'll speak to Etheridge. No, what's it, 31? 30 billion, thank you. Any more? 18 billion? 50? Do I hear 60? All right, let me tell you, as time is short. Statisticians have gathered around the idea that maybe over the past 150,000 years, between 80 and 120 billion. Now, you heard earlier what a billion is. It's a massive number, but it's, so let's say 100 billion. 100 billion people maybe have, people like you, who've walked the earth, woke up in the morning, worried about things, excited to do certain things, with friends and relatives and challenges, down through the ages. Maybe 100 billion people like us have lived. But here's the thing. Of all the people who've ever lived on the earth, almost 10% are on the planet now. We are the biggest generation in the history of humanity by a mile. That's the world population from 10,000 BC to now. Can you see what happened? It's just shot straight up in the last 300 years. Absolutely exponential. But here's the really interesting thing. This is what, if you give this a close-up of the sharp end of that graph, that's the population in the old, the developed countries like us, America and the UK. That's the rest of the world. The population is not only getting bigger, it's shifting ground. So we're at 7.5 billion now. So if the whole world wants to live like we do, eat the food we eat, hang out the way we do, consume fuel on cars and things, by the middle of the century, we'll need about 4 more planets to make that work. Well, we don't have them. So there is a massive challenge that we're all facing. And the irony is this, that it's being caused by the creativity of people, by this powerful set of capabilities we have that we think of as imagination, creativity. It's people who are changing the face of the earth. It's not the lemurs and the dogs and the cats, especially. Human beings are born with a tremendous sense of imagination and creativity, but we haven't quite seen far enough. And that's a lot of my argument, that we need to think differently about the challenges we face and the talents we have. And this is why World Merit Day is so important, because it's an appeal for people to dig deeper into their own talents. It's not enough to be good at something. To be in your element, you have to love it. It's what Jack Healy was saying earlier. If you can find that passion, if you can discover things you're good at, your whole life goes in a different direction.